Because she looked too much like her husband's mother, she was constantly abused by him. Desperate, she went to a plastic surgeon to change her face, but the doctor ended up making her look exactly like his late wife. Lena took the wallet, whispered a thank you, and hurried away. When she reached the corner, she collapsed onto the ground. Years of domestic abuse had left her unable to face her husband. Right now, her biggest concern was simply surviving. She went everywhere looking for a job, but with no real work experience, she hit wall after wall. No one was willing to hire her. Penniless, Lena had no choice but to sleep on the streets. Unfortunately, she soon caught the attention of two drunk men. As she tried to get away, she accidentally tore one of their shirts. The police were called, and Lena, unwilling to reveal her true identity, had no choice but to call Luke for help. Luke came to the station and bailed her out. Lena told him everything she had gone through lately. Looking at the face that so closely resembled his late wife's, Luke's eyes filled with sorrow. Lena had thought that changing her face would help her escape her violent husband, but it hadn't. Deep down, the fear still haunted her. Meanwhile, Lena's deranged husband refused to give up. A female officer came to inform him that only 10 names on the client list remained unchecked. Charles stood by the window, watching the pouring rain, and for the first time, he actually felt a twinge of pity for his missing wife. Luke took Lena home, deciding to let her stay with him for a while. The next morning, Lena was making breakfast. Luke stood behind her, dazed. The familiar scene made his eyes grow red with emotion. Just then, his friend Amy came to visit. When she saw Lena turn around, she was so shocked she froze in place. Wasn't Lily dead? Luke quickly pulled Amy outside. Amy demanded an explanation and asked who that woman with Lily's face was. Feeling guilty, Luke kept his head down and said nothing. Amy realized her worst fears had come true. Inside, Lena began to piece things together. She recalled that before her surgery, Luke had asked what kind of face she wanted, and she had casually told him he could choose one he liked. And every time she asked where his wife was, Luke always avoided the question. Lena stepped into the storage room Luke had warned her never to enter. When she took a photo down from the shelf, even though she had already begun to suspect the truth, the sight of that identical face still made her eyes widen in shock. No wonder Luke's gaze had always felt so strange. He had been treating her as a stand-in for his deceased wife. Meanwhile, Amy was still scolding Luke. If anyone found out about this, he could lose his medical license. But Luke was already too far gone. He begged Amy to just pretend she knew nothing. Looking at the man she had secretly loved for over a decade, Amy felt both heartbroken and furious. When Luke returned home and found Lena gone, he panicked, thinking she had left in anger. He rushed downstairs and spotted her sitting alone on the swing. Luke apologized for his selfishness. Lena told him she didn't mind. After all, she had said before that any new face would do. She said Luke's wife must have been a brave and intelligent woman, and that she, too, wanted to become stronger like her. But she knew she couldn't stay with Luke any longer. It would only cause more trouble. Lena told him she'd cook him one last dinner tomorrow, and then she'd move out.